Hey y'all, it's Tony with Derby City Firearms Training. Hey, today we're going to talk about something a little bit different. We've been getting a lot of flack over our concealed carry classes, and people are saying, you know, oh, y'all aren't legit because y'all only charge $55 and all that. Later on in this video, you're going to see myself and my wife, who is also the CFO of Derby City, and we confronted one of these instructors at their place of business. The guy's basically telling everybody the law says this, and that's not what the law says. You'll see in the video. First, I want to read you something. This is from the Department of Criminal Justice Training Division. It's their online PDF that gives you the concealed carry procedures, and I'm going to skip down to Section 3. Talks about licensing procedures. It starts at KRS Chapter 503, relating to the use of deadly force in self-defense. And goes on, talks about the application. The application contains a warning that the applicant is signing the application under oath, and providing false information may result in the applicant being charged with perjury in the second degree, a Class A misdemeanor. The applicant can go to jail for up to 12 months and be fined $500. Okay. It goes on to say the applicant must take and successfully complete the handgun training required for applicants. An applicant may ask the sheriff's office for a list of certified instructors. Instructors are allowed to charge up to $75 for training, plus up to $10 for actual expenses incurred, like a range fee or something like that. Then it goes on to say a trainer who certifies that an applicant has received training, but who is in fact gave no training or insufficient training, has committed a Class D felony. The trainer could go to prison for a period of from 1 to 5 years. And it goes on to talk about the other processes of the application procedure. But I want to go back to the part where it says the applicant may ask the sheriff's office for a list of certified instructors. Instructors are allowed to charge up to $75 for training, plus up to $10 for actual expenses incurred. Now, they're not saying that you have to charge $75. The problem we're having is right now we're running our classes for $55, okay? $55. No range fee, no any other expenses, nothing other than what is required by the state for you to do once you get your training certificate and you go to the sheriff's office, or you complete your online section, whatever, to get your actual permit. We're not charging the $75 like everybody else. That's not a problem. That's not against the law. So later in this video, when this instructor tells my wife and me that the companies that charge less than $75 are not, he was basically saying he wouldn't trust the companies because they're basically breaking the law. I asked him 3 different times in this video. 3 different times. So what you're telling me is that the law says they must charge $75, meaning the instructors for the class. He really wouldn't come right out and say the law says, but the way he said it implies that's what he meant. Basically what he's says in the video, you'll see later on, he says the legislation was passed that you must charge $75. Well, to me, that's saying you have to charge $75, that's law. That's not the case. Okay, I just read you, and I'll give you the email or the website address here. I just read you exactly what it says. But the website address is www.docjt.ky.gov. That'll bring up a PDF file that gives you the list of requirements. Also, it basically walks you through the concealed carry procedures. I mean, you can see it right on here on my iPad. You can see it. It's not something I made up. It's not something that we that we as Derby City has made up. We only charge $55. That's our choice. Okay, I don't feel that people should be charging $75 and $85 for this class with $10 range fee, because to me the class is not worth it. Excuse me. The class is not worth it. Okay, you learn the laws, you learn the bare bone basics. Okay, so why are instructors doing this? I have no idea. Watch the video, see what you think. Yes, the video's 35 minutes long. I edited it down because later on in the video, the guy seemed like a pretty nice guy. He claimed to be a retired U.S. Marshal. The other gentleman that's in the video, or you hear talking on the video, claims to be retired military, law enforcement, something. He never really would say. But he's questioning, he's telling people, well, I would stay away from instructors like that because they don't know what they're doing. They're not teaching the right class. They're inadequate. They're not teaching a thing. If they're only charging $55, then I'd stay away from them. Something's not right. Well, again, the law says you can charge up to $75. It doesn't say you have to charge $75. So you watch the video, see what you think. Give me your feedback. Like I said, I'm not knocking this guy's business. I'm not knocking his instructor abilities, or not knocking anything. I just don't like when people put out there false information. That's what's wrong with the part of this country now about the Second Amendment and about the Constitution, is people don't understand. They don't know what it means. Educate yourself. Watch the video. I'll be back at the end of it. I think we do have a DB9.
I think it's in the middle.
Is that black?
Yes.
We have a black. Second shelf, middle.
Yes, I was want to speak to. Yes, yes. Hey, I got a hold of the guy. He said it was this afternoon before he could look at it. He's out working. If he gets it this afternoon, I'll make it all back as soon as I get it for you.
Can I help you, sir?
Oh,
Nah.
This is Chuck with the Pond Company. No, it's not Sprinkle West. It's a Arnold, how do you say that? Long, 22 caliber.
Is it pretty nice?
You check the still.
Yeah.
Still.
I also have one of the new Glock 43s.
Yeah, I'll give you a call.
Hottest gun in America.
The single stack one?
I've got one of
Ew.
you.
Yeah,
That's all we got.
That's what we thought the gun is. You know,
It'll be the biggest thing in guns.
that's what we put a lot of info and all that stuff too. So I double checked everything.
Do a side-by-side comparison of those two between the Glock 43 and the DB9.
I don't even have the 43 out here.
Oh, you
43 is bigger.
And then,
Yeah, it's bigger than that.
And it's another.
It's five, and
Oh, yeah,
it's
sure.
550.
Where do I take this?
That's about the smallest 9mm
Where
on
do
the
I take
market.
this?
So yeah, so you're not gonna find a. I've got this little baby Eagle, but it's 380. But as far as 9, that's gonna be about the smallest one that you're gonna find.
do you all do a concealed carry class?
Yeah, we do.
You do? How much is it?
75. That's what it's supposed to be everywhere. That's state regulation. Our next one probably about 3. Well, it'll be in May. If you
Well,
want.
my sister she moved in, she lived up in Park City, Glasgow area.
Yep.
And they were having some people that were doing it for like $60.
I don't fool those people.
Yeah.
Don't mess with it.
So,
Why's
If
that?
they're not doing the class or regulations to start with, I personally have issues with that. I do the class to help you. There ain't no money in it.
So, what do you mean by regulations as well?
Class is supposed to be $75. It'll tell you that on the video when you
No
watch.
more, no less, $75.
When people start cutting it and go against our legislature, my personal opinion is they don't need to be teaching it for the simple fact we're having hard enough time.
Right.
They're not helping matters, even though it's.
Right.
But our class is thorough. We've got a lot of experience in it. We've got 3 instructors in our class, not one.
Right.
And
So I mean, what I'm trying to gather from what you're saying is, so the state law says they have to charge $75.
the state legislator passed the law 18 years ago. It's
Really?
supposed to be $75 per person per class.
Really?
What you got now in the state of Kentucky, you got 1,600 people trying to teach a class,
Yeah.
and about probably 100 of them qualified to do it. The rest of them is
I understand that.
I put it
What's your
there.
qualification, if you don't mind me asking?
mine.
Yeah.
I'm a retired U.S. Marshal.
Are you? Really? Cool. Where'd you work out of?
I worked out of Kentucky and Ohio and Indiana, but I know what
So
it is.
your home office was in Louisville?
No,
You were in that Bowling Green?
I started in Bowling Green, went to Louisville, Cincinnati, Dayton, Columbus, back to retired out of Lexington.
Really? Cool.
So that's justified.
Yeah. Yeah. But he carries the baby eagle instead. Yeah. Well, I want to introduce myself. My name's Tony Hagan.
Yeah.
I'm the owner of that $55
Okay,
thing.
yeah,
And here's the thing. The state law doesn't say, okay?
the video says,
The video says
Yes,
you
it
can
does.
charge up to $75.
yeah.
And I own that company, and I've been in business for over 5 years. Well, I hope you watched the video all the way through, and you're seeing what I mean. Again, I am not knocking this guy's business. I'm not even going to mention the business name. If somebody picks it out and says, oh, I know that's such and such business, it's going to happen. I can't do anything about that. Again, I'm not knocking his business. But as you hear me say in the video, before you tell somebody the law, understand and know the law. Don't give them false information, because what happens is if that person goes out here and kills or injures somebody, you're partly reliable for giving them false information. That's the biggest beef I have about any instructor or any business that don't understand or know the law. You know, in the video, I didn't put, like I said, didn't put everything. It was 35 minutes, okay? I didn't put everything in there. Later on, we were talking about just different stuff about basically, you know, and I see his point. Some people out here never done anything with firearms before in their life. They go get an instructor certification through the state. They pass the 16-hour course. They pay their $150. Boom, they're a firearms instructor, and they're out here teaching. And they don't know anything other than what's in that book. I see his point. But I just didn't feel the need to put all that in there. Like I said, later on, it got to the point where things had calmed down a little bit. He was going around in circles, and basically he stood by what he said. He feels that if you're charging $55, that you're not a legitimate training company. I'm sorry. We choose to educate people. We don't choose to take money from people. I said that wrong. We don't choose to rip people off, okay? Tony with Derby City Firearms Training, y'all have a great day.